Bordeaux, often regarded as the world's wine capital, is synonymous with elegance, tradition, and some of the finest wines ever produced. Nestled in the southwest of France, the Bordeaux Wine Country is a sprawling region, home to over 7,000 wine estates, known as châteaux, and some 120,000 hectares of vineyards. With a rich history dating back to Roman times and a climate perfectly suited for grape cultivation, Bordeaux has earned its reputation as one of the most prestigious and sought-after wine regions in the world. From the globally renowned first growths of the Medoc and Graves to the lush, rolling hills of Saint-Émilion and Pomerol, Bordeaux offers a diverse range of wines and terroirs that have captivated wine lovers for centuries. Each bottle produced here is a reflection of centuries-old winemaking traditions, the unique characteristics of the land, and the expertise of winemakers who have honed their craft over generations. The story of Bordeaux wine begins over 2,000 years ago when the Romans, recognizing the region's fertile soils and favorable climate, began cultivating grapes and producing wine. By the 1st century AD, vineyards were flourishing in Bordeaux, and wine quickly became one of the region's most important commodities. However, it wasn't until the 12th century that Bordeaux truly began to emerge as a global wine powerhouse. In 1152, the marriage of Eleanor of Aquitaine to Henry Plantagenet, who would later become King Henry II of England, solidified a strong trade connection between Bordeaux and England. This alliance fueled a growing demand for Bordeaux wines, particularly the wines from the Graves region, which were highly prized by the English nobility. By the 14th century, Bordeaux was exporting millions of gallons of wine annually to England and beyond. Over the centuries, Bordeaux's reputation grew, particularly in the 17th and 18th centuries, when Dutch merchants drained the swampy lands of the Medoc to make way for vineyards. This transformation laid the groundwork for some of the world's most famous wine estates, including Château Margaux, Château Latour, and Château Lafite Rothschild. These estates would later be classified as first growths in the 1855 classification of Bordeaux, a ranking system still in use today that designates the top wines of the region. One of the defining characteristics of Bordeaux wine is the concept of terroir, the unique combination of soil, climate, and landscape that shapes the identity of each wine. Bordeaux's terroir is incredibly diverse, offering a wide range of soil types, from the gravelly soils of the Medoc to the limestone and clay-rich soils of the right bank. The region's proximity to the Atlantic Ocean and the Gironde estuary also plays a significant role in shaping its climate. Bordeaux enjoys a temperate maritime climate with mild winters and warm summers. The presence of large bodies of water helps to moderate temperatures, preventing extreme heat during the growing season and protecting the vines from frost in the winter. The Gironde River, which splits into the Dordogne and Garonne rivers, essentially divides the Bordeaux wine region into two main parts, the left bank and the right bank. These two areas produce very distinct styles of wine, largely due to differences in soil composition and grape varieties. The left bank, which includes famous subregions like the Medoc and Graves, is known for its gravelly soils that drain well, making it ideal for cultivating Cabernet Sauvignon, the dominant grape in left bank wines. The right bank, home to regions like Saint-Émilion and Pomerol, is characterized by clay and limestone soils, which are well suited for Merlot, the primary grape variety in right bank blends. Bordeaux wines are predominantly blends, and the region's winemakers are masters of combining different grape varieties to achieve balance, complexity, and age-worthiness. The most common grape varieties used in Bordeaux wines are Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Cabernet Franc, Petit Verdot, and Malbec for red wines, and Sauvignon Blanc, Semillon, and Muscadel for white wines. Cabernet Sauvignon is the backbone of many left bank wines, contributing structure, tannins, and longevity. It is known for its dark fruit flavors, such as blackcurrant and blackberry, and often exhibits notes of tobacco, cedar, and spice with age. Merlot, which thrives in the cooler, clay-rich soils of the right bank, adds softness, body, and ripe fruit flavors, such as plum and cherry, to Bordeaux blends. It is often used to balance the tannins and structure of Cabernet Sauvignon. Cabernet Franc is valued for its aromatic qualities, bringing floral and herbaceous notes to the blend. It plays a supporting role but is essential for adding complexity and finesse to the wines. Petit Verdot and Malbec are used in smaller quantities, adding depth of color, spice, and a hint of earthiness. On the white wine side, Sauvignon Blanc provides crisp acidity and fresh citrus flavors, while Semillon adds body, richness, and the ability to age gracefully. Together, these grapes are used to produce both dry white wines such as Bordeaux Blanc and the region's famous sweet wines like Sauterne. The famous wine regions of Bordeaux. Bordeaux is a patchwork of subregions, each producing wines with distinct characteristics. These subregions, or appellations, are governed by strict rules that dictate which grape varieties can be used, how the vines must be cultivated, and how the wines are made. Some of the most famous appellations in Bordeaux include the Médoc, Graves, Saint-Émilion, Pomerol, and Sauterne. Situated on the left bank of the Gironde River, the Médoc is home to some of the most prestigious wine estates in the world, including the first growths of Pauillac and Margaux. The wines of the Médoc are predominantly Cabernet Sauvignon based and are known for their power, structure, and ability to age for decades. These wines often exhibit flavors of blackcurrant, cedar, tobacco, and graphite. South of the Médoc, the Graves region is famous for both red and white wines. The reds are similar in style to those of the Médoc, with Cabernet Sauvignon playing a dominant role, while the whites, made from Sauvignon Blanc and Semillon, are known for their crisp acidity and vibrant citrus flavors. Graves is also home to Pessac Léognan, where some of Bordeaux's greatest white wines are produced. Located on the right bank, Saint-Émilion is one of the most picturesque wine regions in Bordeaux, with its medieval town and rolling vineyards. The wines here are typically Merlot-based, with Cabernet Franc playing a supporting role. Saint-Émilion wines are known for their elegance, richness, and plush, ripe fruit flavors, along with earthy undertones of truffle, tobacco, and cocoa. Just northwest of Saint-Émilion lies Pomerol, a small but highly esteemed appellation. Pomerol's wines are predominantly Merlot-based, and the region is home to some of the most sought-after and expensive wines in the world, including the legendary Château Petrus. Pomerol wines are often lush and opulent, with flavors of plum, black cherry, and chocolate, along with silky tannins. South of the Graves lies Sauterne, a region renowned for its luxurious sweet wines made from grapes affected by noble rot, or Botrytis cinerea. This beneficial fungus concentrates the sugars and flavors in the grapes, resulting in rich golden wines with luscious sweetness and flavors of apricot, honey, and marmalade. The most famous producer in Sauterne is Château d'Yquem, whose wines are among the most expensive and long-lived in the world. Bordeaux classification systems. The Bordeaux wine region is known for its complex classification systems, which rank wines based on their quality and prestige. The most famous of these is the 1855 classification, commissioned by Emperor Napoleon III for the Exposition Universelle de Paris. The classification ranked the top wine estates, or châteaux, in the Médoc, with the wines divided into 5 categories, from Premier Cru, or first growth, to Cinquième Cru, or fifth growth. The 5 first growths of the 1855 classification, Château Lafite Rothschild, Château Latour, Château Margaux, Château Haut-Brion, and since 1973, Château Mouton Rothschild, are considered among the finest wines in the world. Other notable classifications include the Saint-Émilion classification, which ranks wines from this right bank region, and the Graves classification, which focuses on wines from the Graves appellation. The Bordeaux wine trade. Bordeaux's wine industry is unique in its structure, with much of the trade controlled by negociants, wine merchants who purchase wine from producers to sell to markets around the world. This system, known as the Place de Bordeaux, dates back to the Middle Ages and allows producers to focus on winemaking while negociants handle distribution. In addition to negociants, Bordeaux also hosts the en primeur system, where wines are sold as futures before they are bottled. This system allows buyers to invest in wine early, often at a lower price, while also providing producers with much-needed capital. Bordeaux today. Tradition meets innovation. While Bordeaux is steeped in tradition, the region has embraced modern winemaking techniques and sustainable practices in recent years. Many producers are now focusing on organic and biodynamic farming, as well as reducing their environmental impact through water conservation, renewable energy, and eco-friendly packaging. Despite these innovations, the core of Bordeaux's identity remains unchanged. The region continues to produce some of the world's most revered and collectible wines, with each bottle reflecting the rich history, diverse terroir, and timeless elegance that have made Bordeaux a global wine icon. Bordeaux is not just a place, it is an experience, a journey through time, culture, and the art of winemaking. Whether sipping a glass of robust Médoc, a silky Saint-Émilion, or a golden Sauternes, wine lovers around the world are continually captivated by the magic of Bordeaux. If you enjoyed this journey through Bordeaux, please like and share this video. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content like this.